Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Joe and it's time for a Puckit with Joe. It is the last day of the regular season in the NHL and we've only got 2 games left on the slate. Now, one of these games is meaningful for one of these teams. You know what? I really do think the other game is a little meaningful for these teams with some home pride on the ice. But we got the Colorado Avalanche fighting for the Central. So it's really going to be a good game there. They will be on the road. So we're going to break down this game. Before we do, we'll break down both of these games. I want to look at the playoff schedule so far and what we know. Now, I told you guys that the Florida Panthers lost that game last night to take the Boston Bruins in 4. Taking the Boston Bruins right now in 4 to get the sweep of that series is plus 490. I think there's value in hitting it there. I also think there's value in hitting it a couple of ways, taking them in 4 or taking them in 6. I think they get it done in one of those. Taking them in 6 is still great plus money at plus 210. So those are 2 bets that I did place later last night as soon as I was able to get those lines. Boston Bruins in 4 over the Florida Panthers at plus 490. Sprinkle on that, and then in 6 at plus 210. Big shout out to you, Matt. Thanks for being here today. So the Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers will kick off on Monday. They will be in Boston for that first game. I'm not getting a line as of yet. Actually, I did get a line. Hang on. I'm lying to you guys. I just have the wrong page up here. Let's see. We've got, for the whole series as a whole for the Boston Bruins, we got the minus a 275. So we can't do that. That is why I'm liking that in 4 at plus 290 and in 6 at plus 210. For the Bruins, game 1 series parlay. The Boston Bruins, actually, let's not play with that. We're going to just look at those games straight up. That first game between Boston and Florida, we have a total of 6.5. I will be breaking this down again on Monday. Minus 194 here for the Boston Bruins. I don't think there's an advantage of jumping on this right away. I do think we get a very solid performance out of Boston right out of the gate versus the Florida Panthers. It's going to be really interesting to see this team tighten up. That total of 6.5 while these 2 teams have gone over. We look at that head-to-head versus these teams, and of course these have been in regular season. The Florida Panthers did get the win back in January 4-3, but the Boston Bruins won the one before that 7-3. The Panthers 5-2 the previous, and back in October we saw the Boston Bruins win 5-3. So we have seen high scoring games between these two over the average of 55 games played to date. They've only been averaging that 5.2 goals per game. We know the Florida Panthers really have locked down defensively in this last couple of weeks here. The Boston Bruins, we know how strong they are, especially defensively on home ice. So looking at that total automatically leans me to the under 6.5. Now the under 6.5, you're going to pay juice at minus 122. So that is your early look ahead in that game. We'll also see the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Tampa Bay Lightning kick off on Tuesday. Now in this one, I have no series predictions at this moment, but I will be breaking this down next week. I'll just look at those early lines for you between those two. You have the Tampa Bay Lightning coming in as the dog into Toronto, plus 116, minus 140. For the Toronto Maple Leafs, that total is low at 5.5. At the under 5.5, you're getting a plus 106. At the over 5.5, you're getting minus 130. You guys, the 5.5s are scary, but I do think that is one you could definitely look towards the under in that game. We know the goaltending strength of the Tampa Bay Lightning. We know we're going to have a really solid defense in that first game of the playoffs. Now, the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Islanders kick off on Monday. This game will be in Carolina, with Carolina winning the Metro, with the Devils not getting that win the other night. Early lines on this, we're looking right now at the Carolina Hurricanes at minus 160, the New York Islanders at plus 132. Now the puck line for the Canes is minus 1.5 at plus 164. No value on the puck line for the Islanders. Plus 1.5 is at minus 200. That total again sitting at 5.5. Now the under is juiced at minus 130. The over at plus 106. So no early leans in that one except for the Islanders team total. I would be looking at fading the Islanders in this opening game. I think Carolina just way too strong defensively. We know the Islanders' inconsistencies this season, especially against a strong defensive team like the Carolina Hurricanes. So quick look ahead in that one. The next matchup we know already is the New Jersey Devils and the New York Rangers. And I tell you, this battle, the Metro, is going to be absolutely fire. Now, the Devils do have home ice to start this series, and it's going to be epic. Tuesday, they kick off this series. Let's see those early lines on this one, you guys. It's going to be my favorite series between these two. I wish they could both stay in the playoffs, but someone will be going home. Minus 128 here for the New Jersey Devils. New York Rangers plus 108. Now, the New York Rangers, such a well-balanced team. This team, from goaltending, defense, and the offensive side of the puck, is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm excited to see this series play out. We know the New Jersey Devils have had some struggles defensively in some of these games, giving up way too many goals. They also have to score a lot of goals to win. This is going to be a hard thing to do against the New York Rangers, who are such a solid, well-rounded team. The Devils did beat them in the Metro, though. The Rangers came in third. The Devils came in second. So plus 108 for the New York Rangers, minus 128 for the New Jersey Devils. Again, total 6.5, juice to the under at minus 140 to that under. Now, where my gut wants to put my money at this point, I'm not making a bet yet, you guys. It would be in the Rangers. I'm here with the plus money. I think this is an absolute battle. This game, or this series, I think goes all the way to 7. I cannot see either of these teams ending it quick. So if we look at this series to go to 7, just hold on with me while I bring this up here. This game to go all the way, series total games to go to 7 is plus 194. And I tell you, right after I do this, I'm going to put the Devils and the Rangers to go to 7 at plus 194. I love that ability. To go to 4 is plus 580. I can't see either team sweeping. To go to 5 is plus 265. Again, I can't see it happening. To 6 is plus 194. To 7, plus 194. So I do think 7 games is where this one goes. The next, in the Western Conference, the Dallas Stars will take on the Minnesota Wild or the Seattle Kraken. A couple things depending on tonight's game versus the Colorado Avalanche. Now, the Colorado Avalanche then will face either the Minnesota Wild or the Seattle Kraken, depending on tonight. The Vegas Golden Knights and the Winnipeg Jets, though, are locked in their series. This will be in Vegas, and I really do think Vegas will dominate in this series. We've seen inconsistencies with the Winnipeg Jets and their ability to score. We've also seen inconsistencies with the Winnipeg Jets defensively, giving up a lot of goals to end this season as well. So this is a look ahead. I'm looking at Vegas to take this series. Winnipeg is not going to roll over, though. This is going to be a hard one, but I do think this is a series that Vegas probably can get in 5 or no, I'd probably give them 6. I do think Winnipeg wins a couple. So give me Vegas in 6 as an early look ahead. But again, you guys, I will be breaking these down in further detail as we move on. The next matchup, we know we have the Edmonton Oilers taking on the LA Kings. This one is going to be absolutely phenomenal, you guys. We got the strength offensively of Edmonton, who was able to lock down the last time they played the Kings, 2-0 win for the Edmonton Oilers. I really do look at this matchup here to be a really tough physical game. If you're looking at the Edmonton Oilers and automatically thinking over for these totals, I caution you, because we saw them be able to lock down defensively versus the Kings. The Kings are a hard-hitting defensive unit. We should have an incredible playoff pitcher between these two. This one, I don't know. The offensive firepower of Connor McDavid and the offensive unit of the Edmonton Oilers is so strong. I wish I could say right now, fade them. I love the goaltending, though. Corpusalo and Copley in goal for the LA Kings. We'll see who starts. I really do think it will be Corpusalo after we've seen him finish the season strong. So we'll see what happens here. This is going to be a great dynamic matchup between those two. So let's get into today's games, you guys. Just the two opportunities to make some money, and we definitely want to make some money tonight. I tell you, the Columbus Blue Jackets, we look at the lottery. I do believe the draft lottery has gone to the Anaheim Ducks. Columbus got the win last night in OT. I keep telling you guys this. You can be a manager, you can be an owner, you can be a coach and want your team to fail so that you get a better draft pick, but you cannot tell these players, and they don't care who they are getting out on the ice, to come out and not play hard. The Columbus Blue Jackets are a home dog at +150, and I'm biting you guys. Levi is expected in goal for Buffalo, and we have Gillies coming in here expectedly for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, do I think we get the best effort out of either of these teams? No. Both these teams ready to go golfing. Both of these teams on a back-to-back. Both of these teams off an OT win last night. I do think we got the best out of both of them last night, but I do think in front of the home crowd here today at +150, why the hell not? Sprinkle on the Columbus Blue Jackets. That is what I am doing in this one. We had Gaudreau get that breakaway overtime goal last night. He's going to come in wanting to make an impact. You got to remember, these players are playing for next season. They're playing for their contracts. A lot of young players coming out here on the ice to impress their coaches. So I never look at these games as one where a team like the Columbus Blue Jackets will tank, because you can't force a player to go out there and tank in these games. They know they're playing for their careers. So with that win last night, I can't see it happening unless the coaching staff just make the terrible moves out on the ice. I do think Columbus gets the win. Tage Thompson is out also for the Buffalo Sabres. And we look at the Sabres going into Columbus. They haven't played well. They've only won one of the last 5 meetings versus Columbus and 2 of the last 8 in Columbus. So we do see a Columbus team that has beaten the Sabres team at full strength in regular season when the Sabres have been out to actually play some hockey. So the road team has gone 4-1, so that is a nice point towards the Sabres if you want to take them. But I do think Columbus, a nice sprinkle on that money line at +150 is worth it. The first period over. If you buy the first period up from 1.5 goals to the over, you can buy it up to over 2.5 goals. You're getting that at +105 to +115. So shop your lines, you guys, and get the best value there. Over 2 goals. And I love it. I think both of these defenses come in a little weak. We don't have the best goaltending. I think this is a highly explosive offensive game. And now we've seen this not play out too well between like Calgary and the Sharks in that last game. We all thought that one was going to be over, and it wasn't. But I do think this one, with these teams on a back-to-back, we do see defense let down, and we go over at least that first period. The next game on the board, and this is the most important for all the Colorado Avalanche fans out there, for the Colorado Avalanche taking on the Nashville Predators. Now, you got to wonder if the Nashville Predators here at home want to play upset. It is always the biggest question mark in my mind. Yesterday, we rode the Colorado Avalanche in the first period on that puck line for +130. We're going to ride it again. The Colorado Avalanche on the puck line in the first period, laying 0.5 goals, coming in at +135 today. And it absolutely is a moneymaker. I really feel this game tonight. We have Colorado fighting here to get first in the Central. They want that home ice advantage. I do not see the Preds, who have struggled to score this season, coming in here off an OT win versus the Minnesota Wild last night, 4-3, coming in even at home and getting that first goal. Now, they do have the advantage of being home last night in their game, but I do think this is a game where Colorado comes in. They've got so much talent offensively between Nathan McKinnon here and Rasmussen that I think that we see them explode in that first period. I'm looking for those goals there. Langensoff, he is going to be out of the playoff spot. I don't think that will get this team down. Cale Makar is still out with the lower body injury First period, like I said, laying the half a goal plus 135. Now, if you want to look at their goals in this game, because we know the Predators are allowing those goals to come in, they're allowing the shots and the high danger shots to come in. The Avs team total over 3.5 is a minus 112. I still do like that first period better, though. The Avs have dominated the last 7 meetings, winning all 7 of those. And they're 7-2 in the last 9 meetings in Nashville. So this is what we got for today's slate. I would lean on that game going total-wise, only to the Avs total. I don't know how much trust I have in the Predators here to get a lot of goals in that one. So that's where I'm going, you guys. It is the Avs tonight on the puck line laying half a goal. The first period over 2+ money between the Buffalo Sabres and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Sprinkle on the Columbus Blue Jackets here for that home win at plus 150. And then that's it. That's all I've got. If you also look at the Columbus Blue Jackets, you guys, they have won 4 of the last 5 matchups versus the Buffalo Sabres too. The last game they won 5-3 in Columbus. The game before that, Buffalo did win 9-4 in Buffalo, but the Columbus Blue Jackets won the game before that 7-3 in Buffalo. They won the prior 2 at home with a 3-4 win and a 4-7 win. So I do expect Columbus to come out strong, and we're getting plus money for their last home game. They don't care about this lottery. They proved it last night with how they played. So you guys, I will be back on Monday. We're going to have so many more bets to place in the NHL. I went over all of those lines except for the Boston Bruins line. Just what my gut feeling is. Haven't really gone into them in full detail, so do take them with a grain of salt, but I do think the Rangers and the Devils really do push to 7. I really think that is the most competitive of those lines that we went over. Boston in 4, worth a sprinkle. Boston in 6, I absolutely love as well at plus 210. One of those is hitting, you guys. This is going to be an absolutely incredible playoff season. I will be back here Monday, so don't not join me here on Monday. We're going to break all these down. I will give you all my futures and all of the series before the Monday games kick off. It will be an extra long Puck It with Joe on Monday, so make sure you hit those reminders. I appreciate you as well, Matt. You guys have a great day. Keep smiling. Let's make some freaking money. Enjoy your Friday. I will be on Sports Grid. I'll be guesting with Gabe. I don't know, time to be determined, but I will be on with Dubs Anderson from 7:10 Eastern, or not 7:10 Eastern. That's what I'm on with Gabe. That's what I'm on. I will be on Overtime and Prime Time from 9 to midnight tonight. So you guys, join me over there. Have a good one. We're going to make some money live betting these games. Go Toronto today versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Can the Toronto Blue Jays hand the Rays their first loss of the season? I think so. That plus money, that home underdogs. The Pirates keep rolling? I think so. Best of luck, everyone. Have a good one. Keep smiling. Let's make some freaking money. Bye, guys. Last man, I love it. It's absolutely true. We made plus money with them last night. Keep rolling that first period puck line. You guys have a great day. I will talk to you on Monday. Enjoy the weekend.